Here with Delaware head coach Monte Ross, Alfonso Dawson, Juwan Carter on the way. Start with the statement from Coach Ross and we'll open up some questions.
Well, congratulations goes to VCU. I thought they played an excellent ball game in terms of, it may not have been pretty, but I thought one of the keys to the game that we wanted to make them do, we wanted to make them make shots at the beginning of the game. And that's one of the toughest things to do sometimes when you're in a tournament setting. When there's been talk about you being the defending champion, when there's been talk about you're the favorite in a particular game, sometimes you get a little nervous and you get a little tight. So one of the things that we wanted to try to do is see if they could make shots to begin the game. And much to their credit, they played like a defending CAA champion. They came out and they made shots. And that was a very good display on their part. I thought our kids really played hard. I thought there were a couple opportunities that we had that maybe we didn't take advantage of. But over and all, I thought there was not a great result, obviously, but I would think it was a great effort. Tonchos.
Monte, you had said this week that a game in the 60s would benefit you guys. The lower the scoring is, the better it would be for you guys. They score 66. That's kind of your liking. Do you like the way you guys defended, but maybe just couldn't get the offensive consistency that you needed to pull this off?
Well, Kev, you haven't seen us more than anybody else in here. You know that offensive consistency from us is not going to happen. But the way that we give ourselves a chance, like you said, is to keep the score in the 60s or below. And I thought defensively we did a decent job with that. But like you said, there were just some offensive opportunities that we did not take advantage of that we needed to take advantage of. So from that standpoint, defensively, and again, our defensive game plan was, such to make them make shots, and credit goes to them because they were able to make shots.
How did turnovers kind of undermine that effort for you guys? I mean, obviously you're going to turn the ball over against these guys, just the way they play. But I mean, how did that kind of prevent you guys from doing what you wanted to do all the time?
No, we didn't actually think we were going to turn it over at all, Kev. Going into the game, I was upset at every last one of those turnovers. They do a great job of putting pressure on you. They put pressure on every single dribble. And for us, we don't have a lot of ball handlers. Juwan Carter is our main ball handler. And, when you pressure us like that, sometimes it causes us difficulty. And when Juwan got into foul trouble, we had to press Eddie Santiago into a position that he hasn't played all year. And, to his credit, I thought, he hung in there. He hung in there and did an admirable job. We actually cut the lead down when Wani went out of the game. I probably should take him out of the game more. Laughing over there, okay. But it was a situation where their press forced us into turnovers. So yeah, we did have some unforced ones, but their press forced us into turnovers. But that's VCU basketball.
Coach, is it different having Larry Sanders not playing the first game against you guys? Does that make a difference, or just totally different, team with VCU?
Well, you know what? I think them having Larry Sanders this time, they're a balanced team anyway, and adding him in the mix, I think. What did he score? He scored 15 points. He's a double-double out there waiting to happen. And, in this league, you're not voted first team just because of something you did last year. You're voted because you're a good player, and he is. He has an effect on the game. I like to say for Larry Sanders, he has an effect on the game defensively in two ways. One, the fact that he can block shots, but two, he alters many more shots than he even blocks. So, and he has you thinking when you're going in there. And so I think, whenever you have a first team all league player like that, and you add him to your team, it just enhances any and everything that you do.
Anything else, please? Thanks, guys. No doubt.
Juwan, I just wanted to know, what was VCU doing defensively, if anything, to slow you down offensively, or was it just an off day?
I mean, they didn't play any differently than they usually play. You know, the way they do play, you know, they trap the ball handler a lot. So it presents opportunities, you know, for different guys on the floor that may not be used to having the ball in certain spots. You know, as far as the way I played, you know, I didn't play well, but you know, I don't think they did anything that much differently from this game the first time I played them.
Fonz, you guys shot 41%, they shot 40%. Obviously, that's not a big difference, and that doesn't, you know, that's not always a tell-all. But, you know, why couldn't you guys get more for your effort offensively today, do you think?
I would have to credit that to their press. I mean, they force you to not really slow. They force you to speed up your game. They take a lot of time off the shot clock. By the time you get it across half court, it's probably down to probably 25 seconds, you know. So that changes everything. I mean, taking the ball out of Juwan's hands, he basically has the ball in his hands all game. So they force it out of his hands, and they, like you said, they put it in different guys' hands who not really used to having the ball in that spot. I mean, 41%, that's probably about what we usually shoot, but I don't know.
It's actually a little higher than we usually shoot.
Yeah, see, I don't know, man. I don't know. They just made us play a way that we weren't comfortable playing today. Wasn't acceptable.
Anything else? Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.